Hey guys, welcome back to Ranger Survival and Fieldcraft. I'm Andrew, and what I have for you today is my trapping and survival shotgun. Stand by. Alright guys, welcome back. So what I've got before you today is the hunting and survival / trapping shotgun. This gun is designed and modified to accommodate survival use as well as hunting and trapping. We can take this thing into the field, hunt actively into and out of the field for large game, small game, birds, using different loads. And then we can also use this as a finisher if we have live game in the trap. So we've got it broken down into its components. This is a 12 gauge topper model 88 with the barrel, foregrip. We've got our two side saddles with 12 gauge and 410. We've got our spanker, and then we've got our trigger mechanism with our survival buttstock. Now the idea behind a kit like this is to have something that we already carry with us that is multifunctional, gives us a lot of versatility, and can triple as a hunting and trapping weapon. Like I said, to finish animals in a trap if they're still alive, or to actively hunt as we go into and out of the field, as well as to act as a survival kit if we find ourselves trapped overnight. We're not going to make it back to the car, we're not going to make it back to the road or the house, and so we've got to make do with what we have. And so combining survival and hunting all together just makes sense, and this kit can actually do a lot for us. So let's take a look. Now, like I said, we've got different loads. We've got our 12 gauge, we've got buckshot, a couple of birdshot, and then some target load for smaller game that may be further away, so we can hunt large game as well as small game with a kit like this. And then we have small varmint load for birds as well as squirrels or rabbits with our 410 in adapter. So we can put not only a lot of different shotgun rounds through here, but we can also put 22 LR through here as that finisher for live game caught in a trap. All right, so we have our barrel, good to go. We've got our two side saddles, good to go. And then we've got our foregrip here. And we've got quite a survival kit in here that gives us the ability to go after not only game on the landscape, but also at the water's edge. And so we've got type 1 paracord. This is going to have that one single inner strand, but this is approximately 50 feet. A lot of good uses with cordage like this to make a trot line or to set up a shelter, which was the intent. Then we have basic snare wire, brass snare wire. This is 22 gauge, medium hardness, set up just passive snares in the landscape for small game. We've got a robust fishing kit with lures and sinkers, as well as a variety of hooks. We've got one large bobber with a weight on it for ease of casting, and then bright red so we can see it in the water. And then a sewing bobbin with line on it. And I think this is about 8 or 10 pound test line. Gives us a lot of versatility with a fishing kit, so we can make hobo reels, cane poles, as well as traps. And then in the center, we have a small fire kit. We have just a small lighter, brightly colored so we can see it if we drop it, and then tinder. The thing with this tinder, it's cotton balls, but instead of Vaseline, it's soaked in WD-40, so not only can we start a fire with this, but we can also use it for weapons maintenance to maintain our survival shotgun. So a nice kit right there just in the foregrip. You can see the compartments inside there and how much space we have. Then we've got our spanker, and the thing about this is we have Velcro or hook pile tape on the outside as well as the inside, so we can alternate these side saddles depending on what shot load we're using. We can stick one to the outside, put the other inside along with the adapter, and keep it in place. Just a nice side saddle, something easy to have that can go right on the shotgun, and this thing doesn't get in the way when we're shooting, so it's a good thing to have on there, and we can put a lot more into it if we want to. And then we've got the buttstock as well as the trigger mechanism. And one thing about the buttstock, it is completely solid through, so it's just a single piece. But what I've done is taken pile tape for Velcro and stuck it on the side. If I don't want to use my spanker, all I can do is just take off one of those side saddles with the load and then simply attach it here, leave the spanker behind, and this thing will stay in place. We can use the adapter, and then we just draw our shells from here, load, shoot, and fire, and we can collect them up afterwards. So just a technique here is putting that pile tape on the side of a buttstock like that, so we have a little bit more versatility and we don't always have to carry that side saddle or that spanker. We can actually take this and just strap it to our belt if we want to, or leave it back at camp. So now for the inside, we've got a screw right back here in the buttstock. Screw it till it's loose, pull up just a little bit. There's a small O-ring holding the actual screw in place. And then inside, what we have is that 22 LR adapter wrapped. So here's that 22 LR, that short lane adapter that goes into the actual barrel. And slide it in here, put the round in, and then we can actually fire a 22 from this shotgun. It's not going to be the most accurate thing in the world. Probably 25 meters is going to be max range. But the intent behind an adapter like this with 22 LR is to have a kill shot of an animal that's in a trap, so we're going to be pretty close range anyway, and that shot placement is going to be very, very good. With one shot, one kill, humane kill, and that animal's done. So we got the adapter. Next, we've got a little container. This is a Dramamine container for those motion sickness pills with some rubber bands to hold it together. And inside, all we have is just a ton of 22 ammo. So we can shoot a lot of small critters with this because we can only carry so many shotgun shells with us, especially 12 gauge, and then a little bit more of that 410. But with 22, we can use it to take down small game that would be perched up in a tree like a squirrel or maybe a small rabbit in the field. And so the intent is to carry a lot of small ammo like this and use it to go after small game if we find ourselves out alone in the wilderness and have to provide, and we don't know exactly when we're getting rescued. Now we can obviously change out a lot of the ammo, downgrade the ammo, and put other items in the buttstock if we want to, but this is just a basic kit that I carry out because that 22 can give us a lot of food off the landscape. Buttstock is empty. The last thing I have in here is just that pocket chainsaw. The intent behind a pocket chainsaw like this is just to give us an efficient tool to take down material quickly, put up a shelter, get that fire built up, and then survive. Now on top of a kit like this, I usually go out with some lure and then set wire, so we can actually use this for setting up shelters as well, so we have to. But I usually use this to set up snares or to set up traps or secure traps. And then even a larger piece of cordage. I always keep something like this in my pocket when trapping, just in case I need to reset a trap and I don't want to bring the bridger poles with me to reset that beaver trap. I can use this piece of cordage that folds up into a way smaller piece. It's lighter weight too to actually reset a beaver trap or to get myself out of a beaver trap. Now, one of the big tools I typically take with me is going to be just that belt hatchet or that survival hatchet. A cheap Est-wing 12-inch hatchet like this can be used to take down material for traps, for creating stakes, for trap placement and setting traps in place to make sure they don't move. Or we could use this to chop through the ice if we're trying to create a spot to actually place a trap in the water. Or if we're trying to clear brush or take down anything that's in our way, a small hatchet like this could do that. Plus we can use it to hammer those stakes in place or for whatever purpose we need to. We can actually use this to craft tools as well. So a good belt hatchet or survival hatchet is always something I'm going to take with me. And then lastly, that last item that's usually on the belt as well is going to be that multi-tool, some sort of multi-tool so we can obviously cut wire. Or if we can't reach our trap because the water level shifted, we can actually use this to cut that wire, pull the trap out of the water as opposed to getting down in the water and getting ourselves wet. But just a multi-tool for a wide variety of uses, always going to be on the belt. And I'll pack this thing back up for you. And there it is, all back together. All right, guys, a down and dirty video today on my hunting, trapping, / survival shotgun and the kit that goes inside. Today was short and sweet, just like me. Really hope you liked this video. If you did like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment in the comment section. I always appreciate your feedback. I want to thank you guys for everything you do for me, for this channel, for your likes, your views, your subscriptions, your comments, your feedback, and your shares. And I'll be back with another video as soon as I can, guys. Thanks.